the week is the one and only Michelle. Yay! She is the founder and CEO of her own company. What's the name of it?
Collection of Hearts.
And what is the story behind it?
Collection of Hearts is a nonprofit organization, and my goal was just to tackle all the issues that plague our community and our school system. I initially wanted to be a teacher, so I used to work in the schools, and I just kind of seen a remake of what we used to be doing and going through in schools and the problems that we used to hear, and I wanted to be that voice, that mentor, like some of the teachers I had to really pull me from certain situations. And it just really turned into a movement from there. It ended up being a mentoring group every Wednesday to a full-blown nonprofit organization. I might have had my ups and downs with it, but I stand to my promise on at least doing one thing or touching a few kids every year to make sure I'm doing something to help the community.
Now, how did it come to be a nonprofit, and now what's the difference between nonprofit and like a regular organization?
Nonprofit is I'm strictly doing everything from my heart. I get no income, no money. I'm strictly donation based to pay for whatever services I'm trying to do, back to school rally and so forth. A lot of it comes from my own money, but thankfully I get donations a lot to make sure I can afford the school supplies or the mentoring services, whatever supplies we need for the program that I'm bringing to the school, whatever at the moment. So nonprofits are organizations that do not get income from, unless you're like state funded or you have a couple of celebrities or really rich people that do their monthly donation, but I'm not at that point yet.
Okay. And when did you start?
2012.
2012.
I started the mentoring program, and it was just every Wednesday I was at Crossroads High School, and unfortunately the principal shut me down.
Really?
Just for his own personal reasons, I would be in his face, And it hurt my feelings for a minute, but I was just like, this is beyond the schools. Me and a young lady named Tanya, she started it off with me. We were buying pizza, just pastas, everything. We would get full buffet for them to eat, just sit around talking about the difference between, just like a peer workshop, difference between someone checking me and constructive criticism, the importance of education, hygiene, proper ways to clean yourself. And we were just doing that, and just seeing those parents not pick those kids up. We were taking kids home at 7, 8 o'clock at night. Because the parents would never showed up to pick them up, or they were getting on the bus. Young women were getting on the bus at 8 o'clock at night, and I just didn't condone that going on 8 Mile. And I just realized how bad it was.
And that they needed someone in that.
And it went from, just like I said, just something meeting at schools, and when he shut me down, I was just like, this is not for just this school. This is going to be a movement. This is something I want to do across Detroit. Hopefully I can do it, across the state, across the country, and it grows in time. But I speak it into existence. It's going to be where I need to be in a couple of years. I have a few plans on it.
So when that door closed, where did you go from there?
I went and registered my organization. I was seeking a few helpers at first, and I think that's been my discouragement, that because you don't have an income from it, I can't build a proper team. Certain events I get some of my friends to help out, I'm thankful for that. Or I get a couple business owners that say, I reach out to them and say, hey, you want to do something to give back to the community, whether it be a hairstylist or someone that's just have a store, or somebody that's really just want to do something to give back. The young lady before me, Hope, she volunteered to bring the food last year. She was in Texas, and she got someone to bring it up,
That was awesome.
Yeah, so it's just like, it was just something that I wanted to make a brand. So I went and registered, even though it was just like, I don't have a team yet. I know I still want to do
something
this.
Something that you want to do, you're passionate about.
Yeah, I had initially, like I said, a young lady helping me. She kind of wanted to do other things that had an income, so she focused on her business that she had at the time. And I just kept getting hits. We would take out a loan to buy a house. The realtor ran off with the money, and the young lady dropped out, so I was paying the loan back by myself. But I just kept forward. I kept pushing. I registered. I ended up getting an office in time. I just kept networking with people, and one event after another, or one mentor program after another, hit from one principal to another, and we just started doing school tours, going around to different schools. And my sisters was helping me. It was just like, we're going to stick it out.
Somebody,
We-
they
somebody
believe
gonna
in
help.
you.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they want to see it grow. Now, where did you get the name from?
Collection of Hearts. It originally stemmed from I wanted to be a collection of people, so that's where it's a collection of hearts, a collection of adults that came together to bridge the gap for our youth. Yeah.
Right.
So that's where it came from. Yeah.
And who did your logo? How did you pick the logo?
It's been so long. Somebody reached out to me not too long and said he made it, but I know for sure he didn't. I know he stamped he worked on the first one. I didn't stick with it. You know, it was a gift.
Okay.
A young lady named Jocelyn, she was in the program at first. She was trying to be a mentor, but then she went on to be an inspirational speaker, and she built a brand, and like I said, for income, a for-profit company. But that was her gift to me. She said, I'm going to go ahead and pay for your logo and get it done. She reached out to some young lady that she knew. She made it. She got it stamped for me, and then...
How did that make you feel? Because I'm all over here like, wow, that was awesome for someone to do that for you.
You know, it was one less thing I had to do. It was great that somebody was impacted by my story, that wanted to help out, even though she couldn't continuously join the group. She was definitely like, okay, I want to do something that you know, imprints with the organization, and it's been my logo. I even though I feel like my relaunch is coming next year, I don't want to change my logo. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like heartbeats.
Yeah, I like it. That's what I'm saying. What
it.
made you come up with that? It's different, it's dope, but it has a meaning, and you can look at it and know why you picked that.
In order to do something without an income, it has to be genuinely from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not from your heart, you're really not going to dedicate yourself to it. That's why I can't be mad at individuals who haven't stuck around, because I know this is my passion. This is what I want to do. I was a trouble kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a guy, but anybody who knows me, you know, from school, like, they know that. So you have to do this from the heart in order for it to be successful. So I think the name and the logo, everything kind of went and blended well together.
And like you said, if you was a trouble kid, you don't want a lot of kids to walk down that same path. And if they have, you want to be able to help them and guide them into, you know, a different person, so they won't continue to be that way and be lost in the world. Now, do you have a group of people that you're working with right now, or are you still trying to find, you know, your collection?
I'm still trying to find my collection. It's like, because I'll have a group, then it, you know, like I said, it's not a for-profit,
right,
so it's just like, oh, I don't have the time right now. But right now, I just really want to dedicate myself to one big event each year. You know,
That's
so since I haven't been able to find a group that can really dedicate to it, I reach out every year to a couple store owners or business owners, and I just be like, hey, you want to do an event, blah, blah, and we kind of put something together. I wasn't able to do that, you know, being a new mom this year, but thank you, but I am
you want to do something.
I want to do something, you know. So tomorrow I feel like I'm going to walk the neighborhood, pass out flyers near the park that I'm having it at, just so even if the parents can't use, the transportation is the issue, this is walking distance. Even if you can't drive, you can make sure you make it. Put up some flyers in the neighborhood. And I'm still doing my one event before I come big next year.
Now, what other events have you done besides back to school?
Oh my God. Well, we started off doing school tours, which is picking the East Side School and the West Side School for 6 weeks. Go to the school every Wednesday or Friday, whatever day that the principal gives us. The principal gives a group of children that she feels like need, or he feels like need, a certain amount of attention. So we come up with, you know, just like a 6-week curriculum to target whatever issues they want through, whether, like I said, hygiene, educational help, so, you know, tutor help, or peer workshops, bonding with other students, understanding that everything is not a fight. So every year we do the backpack drive. Last year was so successful. We had so many different sponsors. I even did an interview with the Detroit Free Press, so that one was awesome. It was really big. It's on our social media pages. We probably had maybe 300-400 kids out that year last year, and I had a couple of young ladies. One was a hairstylist. One works at Quicken Loans, who is trying to have her group upcoming. One works at Blue Cross. Like, all of them are just a group of young ladies that was just like, you know what, let's go ahead and get this done. What else have we done? We had a Story the Wrong Way, which was a fashion show. That was a launch of what was going on. There's been a lot of things over the years.
I came to the Soaring What was it? What was it called?
Restore the Runway was a event just to have the young children be able to do something for the summer. It was working with an organization who, well, not an organization, it's a business, a modeling business, and whoever wanted to really want to get mentored to be a fashion designer or a model, they could really branch in with that. We were supposed to work together, and that was kind of like what hit me the most, why I kind of stopped Collection of Hearts. I'm not even gonna say stop. I'll put a pause on it because it's still my baby regardless. Really expensive venue we had down at the Madison, and
it was nice.
She
really nice.
We had 2 shows, one for the children, one for the adults. Ran off with the money, you know, and it put me behind a little because at the end of the day, none of us are out here rich right now. You know, we are trying to make a way, and it was more so, you know, it wasn't a give and take type of relationship. It was just like take.
It was disappointment.
So I was kind of disappointed. I didn't understand because I kind of built a friendship with her. But you know, it is what it is.
Learn. You learn from it and you grow from it. That's the whole part of the show. Now, where do you see your business going? Like, you want to relaunch it? Do you ever even think about, this is my thing, do you ever think of it just being, you know, not just non-profit? Do you ever think about being more than that?
I don't know. I'm growing and going within myself. So this is a drawing board year for me. I told myself a week ago that this is my year of my last. I'm hoping that this is my last relationship before I get married. I'm hoping that this is my last job, that I'm working a 9 to 5. You know, this is my last time really.
That's a good thing to put it. That's a good way.
You know, I even told my employer, like, I love them, but I told them, like, listen, don't push me because if I walk out of here, this is it. You know, and I'm okay with that because I believe the universe makes you uncomfortable when things are going in a way that it doesn't supposed to go, because we have such expectations on how life's supposed to go, but really it's already written for us, you know, in my beliefs. So I'm just really I'm growing uncomfortable with working a 9 to 5. I'm growing uncomfortable with dating. I'm growing uncomfortable with keep starting over with Collection of Heart, or depending on other people that say have the same dream that I have. And at the end of the day, you can't expect anything from anybody else. You have to do what you have to do within yourself. So this is my year to really brand Collection Arts. Now, I'll have a couple relaunching, but as far as like really coming hard, this is my last time that I'm going to sit down and say, this is what I want it to be. I want it to be a scholarship program for not just Detroit.
You did do that last year.
Yep. I remember every year I give $500 to a senior or or a student. Rather, now the elementary kids always break it up between two or three, because I don't want to give a 5th grader $500.
Right.
So we did Detroit Academy, the Varsity Science, the elementary.
Oh, really?
I did that because that was our home school. So I did them. I gave each student $100 out of the 5. But when I do high school, I give them $500 within itself to help them with their transition to go off to college. Whether it's help to buy that first car, help to buy their dorm room decor, whatever it is, I do that every year since I've started. I've gave $500, and most of the time it's not from the donations, and that's what I try to tell people, like, the planning an event itself, getting a location, getting this, getting that costs money, and before
you lose money to make money, to be honest.
Definitely, and me, I still wasn't making money unless I sold tickets at the door, and even then it was paying back myself. And like that particular event with Restore the Runway, that venue was $4,200. So I took a L all the way around,
Just to see them kids
smile,
they had a ball.
Showing their personalities and so forth. So I really want to launch Collection of Hearts in Georgia. I want to make it a web-based scholarship program that anybody, no matter where you at, can get on and submit your submission. Tell me why you think you deserve it, how much you have improved. But I do want to start like a COH, the acronym for Collection of Hearts. I want to start a t-shirt line that I can sell, so I won't have to keep collecting money for donations to Little Simple. I ask all my followers to donate $1, or all my followers donate $5. I don't want to keep having to do that. So if I can come out with, like, I do this for myself, and I have my little wife beaters or whatever the case is. I want to really get a design and sell those for a reasonable price, so I won't have to ask for donations anymore. This is the way you're donating by purchasing one of these shirts. You know, so I do want to push that so I can. I want it to be 500 this year, but maybe 1,000 next year, and each year, you know, grow a couple dollars more. But I want it to reach everybody, not just Detroit.
Now, since you said you want to relaunch it in Georgia, right? Are you going to be doing it in both?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, are you going to go down there and try to relaunch, or you haven't really decided how you wanted to do that part yet?
Well, my sister was a big help here. She used to do my West Side location. Shout out to Vicky.
Awesome.
She's in school to be a teacher. She has a semester left. Whoop whoop to her. So she said she's gonna do my branding down there for me. So I'll fly in when needed.
That is.
So it's help. Yeah. So she's gonna do it. She's gonna bring it in her schools. So when I need to fly in and do what needs to be done, I'll do that. Yeah. So, and I'm working on a business ventures that, you know, finger crossed. I don't want to speak on it just yet because I don't want to jinx anything. And like I said, this is my last 9 to 5. So when I get to that point, I'll be able to fly in and out when I need to because I'll be working for myself again. So.
Now I like the way it's. You might take this the wrong way, but I like the way that they put us in an uncomfortable state that we have to move on. They put us in an uncomfortable state that you not basically stressing, but you sitting at a table trying to figure out where do I go.
Be honest, stressing
from here. How do I get to the next point? So it's good that you feel like you uncomfortable because you know that there's something wrong. I'm not saying it's all wrong, but it's something wrong so you can get to that next state, that next step in life. And like you said, you are a mother now, so this is something that you can show your child what they can do, or they can take on your business when you go. Or they might say, "Oh, I want to do this." So it shows you a way that you need to be uncomfortable so you can get to where you want to be in life. Now, where do everyone reach Collection of Hearts? Where is it? Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it word of mouth? How do they actually even see how they can donate and how?
Facebook. We have had the Facebook page up, you know, over 400 members on Facebook right now. Collection of Hearts on Facebook. Instagram, it's Hearts Co. And you can always collectionofheartsco@gmail.com. It's very active. I keep it on my phone, my laptop, so anytime, you know, a submission come in, I'm always able to, you know, reply back. Now, I did just pull down our website because I feel like I was just paying way too much for it every year, but I am relaunching it, so when we do the relaunch, my website will be back on because I'm looking for, you know, a different server right now. But Facebook, social media is very good right now. You can always find us Collection of Hearts on Facebook, Collection of Hearts on Instagram pages, Hearts Co. It's the same as on Twitter as well. And just stay updated. You know, Cash App is still COH Youth, you know, so you can always find us with entering Collection of Hearts on whatever, you know, platform you're trying to do.
So the event that you have, when is the event?
August 24th.
And what's all going to be there?
So this one is something small. It's nothing like last year. It's just me and another young lady named Trina. She's with Helping Hands Youth and Women Organization. She actually had an event coming up. She kept saying, like, I want to give back to the squad. I said, I haven't did anything this year. I would love to, you know, assist you. So we're going to be at Baldock Park at 2 o'clock on August 24th. And we're going to stay until 5 o'clock, just 3 hours. But we got some barbers out there going to be giving out free haircuts. We got some bounce houses, free food. We're going to do like just the grilling, couple hot dog sausages, hamburgers, everything. And, you know, just invite everybody in the neighborhood, anybody on social media that wants to come out. So we want you to bring your own book bag.
Okay.
And we're fill up the book bags with school supplies. Yep. So we got notebooks, composition notebooks. We got folders. We got crayons, markers, pencils, pens for all ages. We don't want to just keep anybody. If you're in school and you need school supplies, even if you know, don't have a book bag, we will have a couple there for the ones that don't have a book bag, but we're asking everybody to, you know, bring out the book and let us fill it up. Take all this free stuff home.
Right. That's different too, that you said bring your own book bag. It's not bad. It gives you, like you said, it's a non-profit organization, so that's one thing you have to worry about, but at the same time, you're filling it up with everything that they need. And then it's not like it's a backpack going away. Some people buy their kids backpacks and then they take yours and then they don't even need it because somebody said they wanted one with Hello Kitty on there, or they wanted one with
Kids have so many different personalities.
Like,
they don't want, you don't know what, you know, you're going to get what they want in each character and so forth. Like last year, we had an organization, Deontay from Oakland County. He runs the nonprofit organizations. What does he do? He actually goes to companies like big 400 companies that to make sure they are able to build nonprofits within their companies to give back to the community. So he does all those Oakland County jobs, bring to Detroit. He does. They donated 200 book bags last year, but it was just the squeeze book bags and so forth. So the kids was taking. They're going to take the stuff out anyway, and put it in their own book bag anyway. So that's why I'm just like, I don't want anything to go unused this year. Go ahead, bring your book bag. If you already have a certain character you want, we'll still give you a book bag just because you already have one. Don't mean we won't fill up your book bag. We'll still do that as well. Certain character you want, we'll still give you a book bag just because you already have one. Don't mean we won't fill up your book bag. We'll still do that as well.
Right. Okay, so I want to go back. I want to go, I think it was last year or the year before last, you actually had opened up your own, what was it? Was it your own after school program or summer program?
Summer program.
And what was you doing there?
So that was last year. We were at the Block Building, 2727 2nd Street. And I had a summer camp for single parents, not just single moms, it was singles dad as well. So while you were working and you needed somewhere for your child to go, we did Monday through Thursday from 9 till 5. We did it like a regular school.
Wow.
And we taught them. We had different classrooms. Again, I went from having a team to eventually it was just me. But it worked out. Like, I had volunteers that would come. Like, each parent would volunteer at least once. I had some of my friends come in and volunteer, so that was a big help. My brother and his girlfriend at the time, they volunteered as well. And it was like a school.
I did not
It
know
was a full.
Monday
It was
through
Monday
Friday.
from
Wow.
9 to 5, and some of our late parents, was until 6, and we would just play outside in the park across the street until they were able to pick them up. But we stopped learning about 4:30.
And you was able to complete that task, right? You actually was able to do it from the time they got out until.
And we did a 6-week program, and I funded it all. Only thing I asked for was a $60 donation to feed them. I ended up getting what is the organization that comes with the food? Jesus, I'm sorry, it just slipped my mind. What is the program?
Probably a food truck or something.
No, you know the programs when we were younger, the truck will pull up and they give us the trays.
Eat something.
Eat. What is it? Meet up, greet up. Meet up, eat up. That's what it was. They came and gave our breakfast and snacks, and then for lunch I would buy different type of pizza. Every week we have a pizza day, but they came and started donating breakfast and lunch, so they helped. But the $60 was going to school supplies and the snacks as well. But yeah, so for the whole summer, you only have to pay $60, and your child came Monday through Thursday. And I quit my job for that. I quit my job, and the whole summer I did it. Yeah. And I thought I was going to be able to go back to my job. I thought my boss understood what I was doing. Unfortunately, it didn't. But it worked out. Everything was in God's plans. It worked out.
You said you stepped out on faith and quit your job.
Because that office was $600 a month. Yeah, so I had saved up. I wanted to do it. Like, I don't want people to feel like it's the teacher's responsibility to make sure of the outcome of their kids. You got to understand, it takes everybody. It takes a village. And what happens when children are out of school?
Yes.
Then they just sit in front of TV all summer? I didn't want that.
Right. And you was growing up in a big family and all that, so you know what kids need and what they don't need, and how they might need that extra push and that extra love. And that's good you say that, because it was hard for me this summer with him, because he playing football. We have our own store, and I kept a book and a notebook and worksheets in the car, and it drove me crazy, because it's hard to tell him, you gotta do this. Mama, before you go outside, I need you to do a math sheet. Before you go outside, I need you to do a read sheet. And it was hard for me, and I feel like I should have put him in the program, but at the same time I feel like I needed to see what he needed help with too as well, because it wasn't easy. But I feel like when he go back to school, it's not like he don't know nothing. And I feel like them kids lose that knowledge because it's no one to teach them.
Exactly.
Not trying to bash the parents, but some gotta go to work, so they can't. Some don't know the background education, and some just don't want to do it. So it's like, your organization is a wonderful thing for parents to get involved with, to see if you can't do it or you don't want to do it. Put your kids on somebody else that do want to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, and I love that. And I hope that it grows into a beautiful thing that you want to see it to grow in. So what is I know once a year you said you want to do the back to school. What's something else that you think that you want to do besides that?
I also want to get back into my school tours, going and throwing one.
That is awesome.
One event at each school on the east side, one school on the west side. I don't know if I want it to be a weekly thing because like I said, I'm in the process of getting my own new company together. But I would like to go and assist the young ladies with a pamper me day. Teach hygiene. We polish your toes. Even if we have masseuse, I want to make sure I do come, to the schools at least once a year to assist them as well, along with my back to school drive. I really want to focus on the children's center as well. I went and met with the activities director there, which is the children's center. If people don't know, is a foster care agency that we have here in Michigan. 800 children age out each year, which means those are 800 children that didn't get adopted because people felt like they were too old. I don't want a teenager already. I don't want to deal with a teenage attitude. So I want to do a pretty neat pamper day for the young ladies at the children's center. So that's my next goal. I'm just trying to build a team right now that will come and help out for that particular day.
And understand and love what you're doing. And the one's like, well, you didn't tell me that we don't get paid for this. You didn't tell me that. We can't do this. Understand what I do and have that passion as well. But if they don't, some people it's not for them.
Yeah.
They might say, oh, I want to do it, but at the same time, I didn't know I got to do this all the time, or I want to help you this one time, but I can't do it this time. How has that made you feel? Has that been discouraging when that happens? Has that been heartaches? How
it's been very discouraging, and to not be a mother and be a mom to many, and parents that don't support that, or even friends that's parents that don't support my organizations or their events. I feel like I didn't even have any children, and I was breaking my back, quitting my job, doing events for children and mothers, single mothers. So when my friends or people that I know don't support that, and I'm always supporting someone else's event, or even donate $2. We spend so much money on fast foods, or going to get our nails done, or what we spend on hair and lashes and so forth. It's just like, as a mother, to see someone that wasn't even a mother going hard for our youth, it makes me feel some type of way. But like I said, I had to understand that what's for me is not for someone else. So what I give to the universe and how the universe rewards me doesn't, have anything to do with you. So I can't be mad that you don't support me. It's okay, because when I do become successful with this, which I will, of course, I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember that.
Of course. So, what would you tell someone that's trying to strive to be excellent in life, and these mothers that's out here that's trying to do it by themselves, or fathers out here that's doing it by themselves? What would you tell them that's trying to raise these kids?
Listen to your children, listen to your own intuition, listen to your heart. But it's always help out here. It's always an organization out here help. People don't realize we sleep on the smaller organizations and then reward the bigger ones because they have a name. But if you look at statistics and you look at facts, that these are the same companies that's embezzling money, from these donations, and they're rich. They're so rich off donations, which is not true. You're only supposed to take 10 to 15% of your donations and pay yourself when you put yourself on the books. It's no way you driving a Bentley with a nonprofit organization. But we reward what's known, what's seen, So I would tell these young parents, give these organizations help, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because it's always out here. It's always someone out here that's willing to help. And just as a single parent, just do what you have to do to invest in your child now, because that is your sole purpose. Do what you have to do to make sure your child's life goes smoothly, and when they become an adult, hopefully they reward you in return. When you choose to produce your legacy, or even give your legacy to a woman, or whatever the case is, male or female, this is your job at that point. So you have to do whatever you have to do to become the best parent you can, because this is a reflection of you. You have to do what's needed to make sure that this child is taken care of, fed, clothed, not just materialistically, but mental as well.
Of course.
So Be good to your child.
Mm-hmm.
Be good to the universe. The universe will definitely reward. Everything I feel like I went through these last 3 years, even with my organization, myself personally, I'm being rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my soul and spirit hasn't been such at peace in a long time. And isolation had to take me here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people are afraid to be alone. A lot of people
Yes.
are afraid to just sit
Yes.
back and acknowledge and take
Yes.
accountability of their thoughts and the actions that produced, you know, certain things. And I had 10 months to sit and acknowledge that. You know, 10 months to sit by myself and realize
Get
what was
yourself
going
ready.
on. And I'm thankful for it because I'm at a really happy place right now.
That's good.
I'm at a really happy
You can
place.
see that glow, that natural, that
I'm at a really
genuine.
happy place in my
glow.
life right now.
Now, when you was talking about other organizations and how other people need to support the nonprofit ones, did it take you? Where did you get the background education to know nonprofit and the things that you need to know and do with your business?
Well, I believe that everything is in the books. Everything is in black and white. You know, they just don't think that we sit and dig deep and find what we needed. Nope. I kept reaching out to different people, and for some reason, it was just like nobody want to really tell you what you need to do to
Yeah.
come up. Like everybody's a secret, as if it's not enough money out
Yes.
here for all of us. And I literally had to just go through and learn about myself. And then I started teaching other people. And then that's how I kind of fell back as well, because I was helping other people brand their stuff. I was helping other companies that's successful now build their stuff, do their paperwork, and then they just left me high and dry. So now I'm at the point where that's okay. What I invested in you, I'm investing in myself. But I realized now that I had to be mentally prepared for what was in store for me. I wasn't who I am now. I wasn't in a happy place, and I thought I was, you know. So now I have a clear vision of what I want, how I'm going to do it, and what it's going to take to be there.
And that's my biggest thing that I always preach is your lane is your lane. What's meant for you is meant for you. There's 1,000 people that got clothing lines. There's 1,000 people that have stores. There's 1,000 people that have nonprofit organizations. But it's something about yours that's going to stand out. It's something about yours that might be more genuine and pure than it is with theirs. Theirs might not be all for the right reasons. Theirs might just be for the come up. But yours gonna, even if it start off slow or even if it doesn't be where you need to be at that moment, it's gonna make it. And I believe in that. Like, you might see the next person like, dang, you started with me, or I done told you blah blah blah, and how the heck you get all the way here and I'm right here. But at the same time, if they don't have that mindset and they didn't use it the right way, they're not gonna get no further.
Right.
And that's what I had to tell myself, and I know that's what you probably had told yourself. But do you feel that even though that you've been helping people and you gave people research, are you still doing those things for people, or you didn't feel all the way back? Do you feel like you don't have no more to give?
I don't want to say it in a negative way, but no handouts. No handouts. I'm at a point now, like, I used to be the person that I got to show up for everybody event.
Yes.
I got to show up for everybody, but then
Yes. No sleep, no nothing.
Yes,
You run
I'm
it
literally
off.
get off work, changing in the car,
Yes.
doing this, doing that, doing this for this person, doing this for this person, investing myself in these situationships in life, you know, and so forth. And I was just like, I lost myself. I told myself my energy got to 10% last year. If it was a battery, I can only describe it as 10% last year. I was literally at that. You know when your phone start beeping and say plug it up. I had a
Like, keep saying low battery.
Yeah, I had a moment where it was just like clear and loud. It was just like plug it up, it's time. And I really looked myself in the mirror one day and I was just like, no more. Like, no more. I can't continue to be uncomfortable to make other people uncomfortable. So now when I don't want to show up at something and I'd rather be at peace with myself in my own house, watching my Netflix, eating with my family and so forth,
Whatever the case may be.
that's what I want to do. I can't be mad at myself because I can't show up. I can't. If I don't feel good, no, I'm not going to just stick it out and do it. I have to worry about my own inner peace. You know, I have to worry about myself.
Your
No, I'm
happiness comes
sorry. I can't. I can tell you about what's going on, but I can't write your business plan right now. I can connect you with someone that does grants and business plans, unless you're going to pay me to do it. Because I start focusing on so much about other people and I stop worrying about myself. So this year, I have to focus on my own happiness because I'm not going hard for me. I have a whole little family. Like, I got kids.
Right.
I do. Like, it is so crazy. I was just talking to my sister, like, I was just to myself last year, and then now I got 3 kids that people don't even know about because I don't want to share them right now.
It's not your, you don't have to.
I don't have to. I don't want to share. Everybody like, when you gonna upload? I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm such at a happy place right now in my life.
You don't have to show people that you happy because you happy.
Yeah, like I don't feel like because who am I trying to impress or who am I trying to prove my happiness to? Social media.
Because when you get off the
For
internet, you
myself.
all like, hey,
Right.
let's go. You don't have to show it.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
we work,
I understand that.
take the kids out. You know, when the time is, we all went to CJ Barrymore's yesterday. Just enjoy family time.
Because it didn't used to be this, to be honest.
It
wasn't.
phone stuff
We-
just came.
We
When we was
had
paying
it.
10 cents for each text message,
Baby.
we wasn't sending all these 10 cents for your data each minute.
Waiting at 9 o'clock, like
yeah, call me at the 9. Call me at the 9. Or do you got a T-Mobile because T-Mobile, right? It wasn't. It's not like it was. So we have allowed social media and data to take over our lives. I want everybody to watch The Hack on Netflix.
Okay.
It's basically a documentary about how the government and the political parties and these data companies are in bed with each other. That's why when you search something on, you ever search something on the internet and then all of a sudden you will see the advertisement on Facebook? Like, wait a
He said it
minute.
all the time. He be like this.
Take that battery out that phone when you talking about something serious.
Yeah.
Wait a minute now. How y'all know I was just searching that? Why is it on my advertisement on my social media all of a sudden? Because all of them are in bed with each other. So I'm trying to get really one with myself and in a spiritual place that the universe gives me signs and signals on how my life can go. I don't want to be in the box. I don't want to stay in this lane because this is the lane that's directed for us. Where it says this way. No, I'm turning left because I want to turn left. You know, and that's why I just was like, I'm at a place now in my life where
You at peace.
I'm at
You
peace
happy.
because I'm aware. Now, don't think that stress don't happen because it
Right.
do. You know,
Any situation. But you're not gonna let it define you. You're gonna try to find a way to get out of that. You're gonna fix it, what you can
Right.
fix. You're gonna throw away what you gotta throw away, and you're gonna keep going. That's
Yes.
a part of life.
I witnessed somebody this week actually at my job commit suicide.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, he jumped from 28 floors. And I kept having like that night I didn't sleep at all, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed that I'm in a mental space that
But you're not thinking like that.
I'm not even thinking like that. You know, drugs may have been a factor, you know, thought he can fly, whatever the case was. But somebody's mother had to get that phone call. Actually, he was from out of town, California.
Wow.
He came here to visit a friend. Got into stuff with his friend, and I guess thought he could fly, you know? And those type of things make me realize that I'm so at peace. I'm so at peace in my mind that I don't have to use a substance or I don't have to be stressed out, that I feel like that's the way out of it. I'm okay with understanding my own thoughts right now, and it's okay to take a little 5-minute break to yourself.
It is.
And I think some people, we try to impress so many other people. It's okay to just be yourself. And I'm at the place where I'm being myself right now.
Has someone ever told you like, okay, why you don't do this no more, or why you don't post this? Like how do you even react to things like that now?
Well, I'm a fan of constructive criticism. Even you have reached out to me and told me some of the things that I should do or whatever. And I acknowledge that I had took a break, so I know I need to go hard. So I'm willing to hear what I should and shouldn't do these days. But a lot of people tell me that I need to be back out going to people parties and so forth, because that was my biggest time frame of attention was when I was going to people parties, going here, going there, showing up. But I wasn't at peace.
Yeah, they say that. They're probably saying that because you was interacting with people with your business.
But not just in my business, just showing. They say go to people so they can support you. Or everybody at a certain income has to donate or give back in some type of way, so you won't get affected on your taxes. You know, a lot of people make over a certain amount, and you know, unless you donate to a charity, you know, you don't or and write stuff off, you know, you owe. You know, so they don't owe. They do donate to a charity and so forth. And people tell me that I should get back out there because I run into some good people. I ran into the CEO of Urban Music, Cash Money, like working at the hotels. I've ran into some really big people, but because I don't want a certain type of attention, as a woman, you know, we get certain type of attention, especially with men, and
that's not where you want.
That's not where I want to be.
Right.
It clouds my mind. It brings an energy that I don't want. I don't want to feel like I have to do that just be so I can get this type of exposure. I've had somebody tell me in my own family that, you know, you really could be a dancer. You got that look. You'll get a lot of attention. Well, I don't want certain type of attention. I want the right attention. Right. And if I got to work my butt off to do it,
to get where I
until
want to be, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I do.
And I understand that because a lot of people tell us we should do vendor events, and you know, we don't do them. I did one, but that was before we had a store. But I just feel like it's more of, not talking about other people, but it's more of a headache to do those. It's more stuff you have to put into those events to try to get something out of it. And we just have a store. I have to do better with social media in a way that can benefit my business. I go on there and post 2 things and I get off it, and I might not see it till the next day. And I feel like I do have to do better with that, but I don't like social media. I'd rather do word of mouth. I'd rather stand outside with my speaker and do karaoke and have people come out.
That's the sad thing about it. Like, it's so important.
Because that's where everyone's at.
Yep. Especially with a clothing store, you know, photo shoots and I wouldn't say vendor events and more fashion shows, because you know you got a lot of dope stuff here. This is my first time, unfortunately, you know, being in here, and I had to ask Mike, you guys got any onesie I could, you know, something to have my baby wear, you know. Not just him, like I said, I got a daughter too, you know, so that type of stuff, I don't know, it probably would be dope for you though. Because as soon as I see the white pants, I'm like, oh, I need a pair of white pants, but you know, unfortunately, I gained some weight, you know, but. You know, I don't know. I think that probably, I don't know about vendor events, but like that live life, Reebok, like that's dope. Like that type of, you know, you gotta get it out there. And social media is so big right now because everybody is so into this whirlpool and sucking them in. Like we get up and before we brush our teeth, we check in. Let me see who gave me. Like, you know, we gotta get better. We gotta get better. But that's what's up right now, unfortunately, you know. But we just got to get better with just understanding ourselves and what consumes our mind. That's why I don't drink. Because I am very big on what consumes my mind. When I drink liquor, it was funny, I heard you ask the other, you know, guest, wine or liquor. Neither. It's just like, I got to watch what goes in my body. And I know I'm a light drinker, so 1 cup, I'm feeling tipsy. 2 is a wrap. You know, I'm drunk, you know, so I know that I can't do that because I don't want anything that consumes my mind that I can't understand how I'm acting, you know. So that's how I feel about social media too. Yeah. I didn't post 1 picture for my birthday until after because it was just like my day was so fun. I didn't have time, so it makes me think like,
so pretty.
Thank you, but it makes me think like, are y'all really happy that y'all recording everything on social media? Who are you trying to improve this to? Us? Or are you actually living? You know, so it just depends on how you look at it.
But I feel like with that though, it shows that you're human. Like, I feel like the reason why I do these interviews is for them to know you behind your business and to know why did you do what you do and how did you got this far. So that's the whole point of, you know, this interview. And I feel like that's what they should use social media for, is for them to see who you are. Like, you know, you can sometimes you see Beyonce what she want to put out, so you don't know her. You don't know, you know, what she like to drink. Oh, I didn't know you like tropical smoothie too. I didn't even know you knew what one was. So I feel like that's why they should see a little that you're human. Besides, okay, she got a business, but who is she? Like, okay, what made her start that business? So I do understand that point, and I feel like social media should be used for people that don't live where you live, so they can be able to see, you know, your family, or see, oh, okay, you doing X, Y, Z. But it's so hard for people to do those things because You got to think about somebody take their pictures, what they got to say about your baby, why she got him all blah, blah, blah. You got to think about all that too. So I feel like if we use it in a way to benefit us all, it wouldn't be such a problem. But people putting all type of stuff about people passing away and doing all this crazy stuff on the internet, it makes me don't want to be on here.
Get on.
Like I get disappointed and sometimes disgusted when I go in there, so I don't get on it.
So funny you say that. So with the jumper at my job, the next day just so happened one of my followers was downtown when it happened as well. And his caption was, "White MFer jumps. His boss was sleeping with his wife." I thought in my mind, how insensitive. And I don't comment on anybody's stuff. I look, I scan, I go. My spirit made. I had to comment. And I just was like, as a human, this is very insensitive. Because what if it was your family? What you guys don't know is this was a 25-year-old baby that was visiting from out of town. He didn't even have a life. So I think it's very insensitive for the ones that had to sit here and actually go through this. You know, I was the one on shift, so I had to work with the police. I had to block off the street. I had to get our residents in a way that they get out our apartment without being affected and see the body here. You know, it was people that real life had to go through this situation. So to put this on Facebook and caption it of something that didn't even exist and make it a color thing, or his boss told him he was sleeping with his wife. This is a baby that his mom has to get this phone call this week. Stop doing that. It's to the point I don't even like getting on social media no more. But I know I have to. I keep saying, like, being a lame is so fun for me now. I spent years being the known person. Like, schools, no matter what school, these kids have to go to another school. I'm popular at this school. I'm popular. Like, I've always been known. Coming from a family of 11 kids. Oh, she the one with all the sisters. Them the Belton girls. We've always been known. And I'm just enjoying being a lame. But I guess it's bad for business.
It is.
I guess it's bad for business.
It is. You gotta figure out a way to balance it and still keep your inner peace and happiness.
I'm trying.
You have to figure.
I'm trying. I mean, I still find my business every year, you know, to make it relevant, just to make sure when I do come back, I'm gonna come back hard. But it was just like you said, everybody, we all got our own past, and when the time is right, the time will be right.
You don't come out the woodwork. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why you been high.
Yep.
Yeah, baby. I was working. I ain't have to be at such and such party.
I didn't see that. That is it.
Or why you didn't tell me this? It wasn't meant for me to tell nobody. It was meant for me to show you. But especially for the ones in the back that ain't really hearing you.
Yep.
So
I'm waiting on it, you know, but when it's time, I'm very patient. My struggle definitely, because you said life made you uncomfortable. You're not saying it in a bad way. Oh no, I was so uncomfortable. Like, I got so skinny. I was like just so depressed within just everything. But I was more hard on myself because I'm my own biggest critic. You know what I'm saying? And it was just more like, you know better. You're in touch with yourself. I'm very aware, you know, of what's going on in life. And I think I was more so hard on myself, and I had to really fall down all the way in order to come back. But it taught me patience in a different type of way. So I'm ready when it comes. I'm not rushing nothing.
Because you didn't already been there. You didn't already done it. So there's no rush to it now because you didn't already. I could see if you was just starting out, and you know they usually say, "What are you waiting for?" And you just need to go out there and do it, which is good for certain people, but in your situation, it's not. So that's understandable.
I'm just waiting.
So you had, I think, shared.
But I share. Well, my page is very family friendly. I don't really do too much anymore. So
You don't. Now my internet don't want to. It's acting up. I should have just screenshotted it, but I didn't because I like to stalk people's pages and see where they are in life before I put them on here. What things that affected them and what things happened, so you could be able to just let the world know how you have blossomed into something.
I'm growing and glowing. Every day teaches
nothing
me
wrong with
something else.
So, in this part of your life, do you consider yourself being a caterpillar or a butterfly? This is my first time asking that, so it just came off the dome.
Neither. I'm in a cocoon.
Okay.
I'm in a cocoon. I'm in my transition point. I felt the bottom. I know where I want to be. I just told a young lady the other day, don't be afraid that you talk to yourself sometimes, because I have constant conversations with my past self and then my future self.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
I feel like I talk to my past to understand where I never want to be, but I talk to my future because I try to figure out how I need to get to her. You know, and that's okay with, you know. I'm in a cocoon point. I'm not yet a caterpillar anymore, but I'm not the beautiful butterfly just yet.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So this part of the segment is called Pick Your Brain.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a couple things, and you're gonna tell me how you feel about them.
Okay.
So of course, there's no reason to ask you the first one because I asked you wine or liquor, but right now you are not putting that toxin in your body. And
I did it for my birthday, and it just reminded me why I don't do it. But yeah, yeah, I'm not.
Are you an open or private person?
I feel like it's a time and place for everything. And what I want you to know, you'll know. And what I want to keep into myself, I will.
Okay. Text or calls?
Texting. I hate talking on the phone.
Really?
Which is bad because I need it for my business, but I gotta get better. I'm that person, you know, the post on Facebook, they be like, you see somebody, they ignore your call, but do you see them on Facebook? That's me. I'm her. Because I will ignore somebody calling me and I'll be like, just text me.
I reached that point that I have so much going on, I can't afford to talk because I'm gonna miss what's going on or what I'm trying to do. So I usually just, you call me, I text like, hey, I can't talk about right now, what's up? So I can be able to answer you, making sure I remember what I told you for one, and still do what I'm trying to do. So
use that.
I have to do that.
Yeah, because I'm so busy sometimes, I don't even save numbers. Well, you had the same number for the rest of since your whole life, so your junk is busy. But I don't even save numbers no more, so I have to go through the thread of what we previously talked about. So that's smart. I tell you so I can remember what's going on. I have a memory problem. People don't know that. I suffer from a memory loss.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've had 2 concussions that causes me to forget. I can't numbers. I remember faces, but like full blown text and so forth. I have a very bad time. I can forget what happened yesterday. You know, and I kept it that hidden for so long. But it was a point in my life where I was a rah-rah female, you know. You said what? You know, and unfortunately I was involved in, you know, a fight years ago, and a young lady hit me with a bottle, and I had a concussion, and it's pieces of my life that I don't even remember.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's a story to tell. Leftovers or hangovers?
Leftovers. Because I don't know the remedy to get over a hangover. Like, I don't know.
I feel like it's so different. It's so many different ones, but I feel like they don't work, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
people
like, oh,
take
do
a
this.
stand back first before you start drinking, so you won't have one. But it's just like, I just don't like that next day. Feel like I just gotta go to the bathroom. My body just slumped. I can't move. Like, body just dried out. Like,
night or day?
I love to see the sunrise, but I like seeing the night settle. So,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I sit on my porch, lane, watch the moon, count the stars. You know, I like hearing the crickets at night. Like,
I love nature.
You know,
There's
so.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I also like the start of a new day. All right, let's start over. Whatever happened yesterday don't even matter, you know.
Today is a new day, so have a new day.
Yeah.
Good. Second chances or third chances?
Unfortunately, I give 6 chances, and that's my problem in life. I give chances. It takes me so much to be done with people. Like,
because you find good in people.
So, yes, and that's my downfall. I just told my coworker yesterday, I feel like people take my kindness for weakness, but I just remember being such an ugly place in my life. One of our schoolmates, Kyla, posted something from 2008 that I wrote, and I was just like,
I said
so disgusted with myself. Even how we wrote the picture. I had my middle finger up in the picture, and I was just like, take that down, please. Like,
okay. Breakfast or dinner?
I love breakfast. I eat breakfast at 6 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night.
Me too. What's one word to describe yourself?
Growth.
Why you pick that word?
Because I acknowledge that every day is a learning process. And we feel like when we get to a certain age, we grown, we know it all. But it's just like, I look back at 16. When I was 18, I even look back at 16 like, girl, you really thought you was grown running around that school. I laugh at my 21-year-old self. And even now, you know, hey, it's like, we 30. What is up with that? Like, I remember being 15, 14 in 9th grade, you know?
Sometimes be like, I don't want to be a dog.
So, yep. But every day is a learning process. I'm so eager to meet the 40-year-old me. And every day I just want to grow. You know,
I feel like every day you grow. Every day you learn something new that you didn't know the night before.
Never know, okay. A child can teach me something. The old man at the corner that's just sitting, that post up, can teach me something. Every day teaches me something else. So I want to grow continuously. So I can be who I need to be.
That's good. What's one random fact about yourself?
Random fact. You be no. Hold on, let me think. That sounds good. I'm really a softie. Like, I have this hard exterior because the world has created it, but I really just love love. I love happy places. I just love seeing people happy. I like smile, I like playing, I like
feeling like that is me. I feel like, what? Like, I made it, but it ain't even me. Especially everybody telling me, like, when you take pictures, why you smiling so hard like you the one in the picture?
Because I'm happy. Because I'm happy you happy. I'm not happy about this moment. Yeah. I love life. And I think that I had got to a point that I didn't. So I love it. I told my sister, like, you know how people be on Facebook acting all happy? I'm really my Facebook life. Like, what I put on, so I really act like that. Like, I'm really like a modern day hippie. Like, I really just love who I am. I love growing. I love the lessons that each, you know, headache teaches me. I don't, even with a negative situation, I sit and think, like, what happened? What did I do or what did not do that caused this outcome? What did I learn from it? Because if I wouldn't, I'd be so bitter about a lot of things. I have so much hatred towards a lot of things, and I would be that old person that I don't even want to.
But you had to let that go, and that ain't you no more. And they don't define you. A lot of people, they get tied up in they owe them that they don't allow themselves to grow or let it to be known that it's okay to not be that person no more. It's okay to even did those things in life. And
take accountability for it
and let it go.
Let it go. That was my old way. Okay, now what? What happens now?
Right.
what's
we just not gonna dwell on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's over and done. I prayed about my sins to let it go.
Yeah.
So you reposted a post that said the only energy I'm accepting is love. What made you post that?
You know, I'm very big on energy. I'm very spiritual. I'm not really religious. But everything man has touched. You got to think about, they selling oxygen tanks. How you going to sell somebody some air?
Baby.
Y'all putting stamps on water. I'm drinking it right now. But, you know, and I hate it. I refuse. I go to the counter. How much is a cup of water? Like, just tell me. If it's too much, I'm petty. I was just at a Tigers game the other day. $5.50 for a bottle of water.
You gotta at least have about $100 before you go to any stadium.
Yeah,
any stadium. Cause that
$5 bread costs $7.75 at the time.
Cheese is separate. Like, it don't come with it.
So I believe that everything man has touched and tarnished and took into themselves. The only thing that's still pure is the power of love. So I don't need nothing else. That's the only thing. It's like addiction. Love can make you feel like the craziest person in the world, but it can also make you feel like the sky is the limit. And I got so much love in me, not just in my relationship, just me. Like, I'm genuinely happy. Like, I got enough love to show everybody. So I don't want to accept nothing but love. If you got negativity in your life right now, you can't come in my space.
I just be like, I'll call you back.
You heard that gospel song years ago though. I need a bind behind the veil, and that's how I feel like my life is right now. I got a veil up, and I'm only allowing who I want behind this veil. And if it's not positive, or it's not love, or good energy, I don't want to be around it, and I don't have to accept it. I think we think because people are family or our friends or acquaintances, we have to take certain things from certain people. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't gotta let nobody around you that you don't want. You don't have to accept anything that you don't want to accept in your life. Period. You gotta deal with your child. But besides that,
Baby,
nope.
nobody.
I don't have to. You ain't acting right. It's time to be replaced.
I believe that. I'm 100% with that. I check on a couple people once a week. Not in my family, and I call, and I just go, okay, I'll just check on this week to see what's going on. And I listen. As soon as it start going sideways and that negative go, and then you trying to get that energy, I just went, okay, I was just checking on you, love you. I'll call you in a couple days.
All right, gotta go.
I don't want to hear that. It's where I'm at in my life. I want to continue to be happy, and I want to continue to be at peace, because I've always been that person that if you happy, I'm happy. You sad, I'm sad. You angry, I'm angry. And it turned around and went into my house with that. So now I'm mad at the wrong person. And he like, you mad at me because with such and such and something. I don't care. Now I'm mad, and I had to stop and think like, okay, I'm doing the wrong thing. I noticed that I'm putting all my love into other people when I just need to fall back and take out what I want and leave what I want to leave.
People don't even realize that empathy is real. Like, you know, it's a gift and a curse. But I'm the same way. People don't realize that the energy that they put on to other people, it bleeds. You know. So if you having that negative energy and vibe around me, down I didn't carry it to me, and I done took it home to my man, my wife, my child, whatever. That's real. You know. So you can't let everybody in your circle if you gifted with that as well. That's why I can't, because I knew. Dang, I'm starting to take that.
But people starting to understand me and be like, oh, we're not about to call her with that. We call her last. She's not playing A no more. She playing C, D. Oh, we're not about to. Oh, she's not gonna answer the phone and listen to that. They had to understand me, because I had to let them know I can't do it no more. I got so much going on in life. I can't allow my mind to go somewhere that it shouldn't go. So that it's good, and I'm happy for you, and I love to see that you are doing, big things in life and where you're trying to be in life, and that you have a family that's for you. I applaud you, and I do recommend you to keep going down that path that's meant for you. Don't go swerving. I ain't in the fast lane or the slow lane. I'm just right there, just going, baby. I'm in my lane. You swerve over, you're gonna be mad because you have to go around or you have to go behind. So it's a learning process of life, and that's what I'm trying to put out here, and that's what I'm trying to see my young women do, to know that it's okay to tell your story. It's okay to let them know where you have been and where you're going, and let them see where you're trying to be.
Big places, but when the time comes, I'm waiting.
Now you mentioned that you wrote a book.
Yes.
Now let's talk about that a little bit, because I know that we talked behind the scenes, but we didn't talk on camera about that.
I'm so conflicted with this book because it's been here for like 4 years, literally. And certain things that I do in my personal life, I don't want it to affect my
future.
No, my business.
Okay.
That's a part of the reason why my my mentoring program was shut down by that certain principal back in the day, because I wasn't in his face. My sexuality plays a big part on how people look at certain things. And I don't want to be defined as my sexuality. I want to be defined as a woman, who I am. So that's why I try to produce enough positive energy that people don't even look at that. I don't discuss who I date. What I do inside my bedroom has nothing to do with my life and so forth. And I have different gifts, and my book is a grown-up book.
Okay.
Yeah, people just don't know that yet. So I was scared to put it out because it's like, I go so hard for Collection of Hearts, but then you got this X-rated book. So it's a grown-up book.
So you're trying to see how you can do both.
Without, a critic's gonna come.
Other, for sure.
Yeah, but I don't want it to impact or affect the other in a positive way.
Because you're still trying to get it off the floor, but you're still trying to get it somewhere else. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
There's no problem.
But it's good though. It's about a young lady who basically lived her life in the eyes of what everyone else wanted. Some similarities in my life, but the book is not about me, and I don't want people to think it is. Now, of course, it's only natural for me to add certain things in my life and experiences in my life, but I have a crazy imagination. And she lived her life in the image of what everybody else wanted, and then she just started being really uncomfortable. And she went home to visit home and ran into someone from the past, and her whole life just started to change. Yeah, and it went from one thing to another, and yeah, it's definitely an adult book. Just say that. So, but it's not like, you know how some books, adult books, is just sex all the time. No, my book actually have a full blown story. Just some lit moments in the story.
Right.
So I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a full blown story that just like, what's going on? I even had to read it back to myself, and I had a little listening party because I wanted to see, was I going into the right direction? And everybody in there was like, what? Okay, when it's gonna be done? You know, and I'm only not releasing it because I've been a critic of myself, but I definitely am confident that this book is dope, and it's a real story. It's not a Zane. It's just all no.
So is it done?
Yeah, it's done.
Wait a minute. So the book is completely done?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just got to figure out how we gonna do
Both. Yeah, because they definitely have a couple dope lit scenes inside of it. I really want it to be a web series. I do. I really want it to be a web series. Maybe like 6-7 episodes. And then like I want to do a premiere for it and sell the books. I want it to be like pick a couple chapters of the books, do a quick little 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, like I want it to be that because it's so dope, man. Like my smile kind of like speaks for it. Like it's so dope. But I want to do it right. I want to expose this book in the right way. But I do. I want to be like, even when I premiered it, I want to do like a book release, and then I want to have like a 12-minute clip from scenes in the book that's really going on. I want to do that.
You can do it.
Yeah, I just gotta get the right team to do it with, because I'm not into the photography. I don't know nothing about videography. I really too much don't know how to do things of that nature. But yeah, I really,
once you click with the right people and they see and they on the same page with you and know what you want, what you don't want, it's gonna go from there.
So what I was gonna do is send the books to a couple people that do, the videography, and say how you feel about doing some clips on this book. And I'm confident that they'll like the book enough to be like, yeah, we should do some type of, you know how they do the trailers for movies? I want to do a trailer for the book type of thing.
Right.
Yeah, so I just want to do it right. If I do it, I want to do it right.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why it took me so long to release it, because I feel like it's that dope. I mean, it's years of my own experience, other people's experiences. So like, if one of the characters in a book reads it, they gonna know it's them. My friends are definitely in the book. Just different names. Because their lives is lit. I haven't really had a lot of experiences, being in my little life, I've been with women for so long, so my friends are definitely in the story. So they may cuss me out. But their lives is lit, so I had to use it. I admit it, so. But I told them, though. I let
so
them
it's not
know.
bad.
I let them know. Y'all in this story are just different names,
Then that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad, no. Now the floor is yours. You're welcome to speak. Tell, you've been telling a lot of inspiration stuff. You've been putting a lot of motivation out there. So if there's any more motivation, anything that you want to give to the world, the floor is yours. You can let them know where they can find you, where they can be a part of this amazing, organization.
Well, I just want to make sure everybody understands Collection of Hearts is definitely on the social media platform. You can find them at Collection of Hearts on Facebook, Hearts CO on Instagram and Twitter. You can contact me direct if need be, Collection of Hearts CO at gmail.com. I respond. Anybody that wants to do an event, or even if you're your own business owner and you don't want to do a full mentoring program, or you just want to do a certain event, I'm definitely willing to collab and help out, because I'm always looking for things to do. Even if it's something simple as allowing me to have a donation box for school supplies or whatever the case is at your particular store. But personally, my biggest advice is just understand yourself, understand who you are. It's okay to be you. We put this image on ourselves that we have to keep up with the world, from the stuff that we have on. Literally, like I swear. Besides, like probably my jewelry, my belt and stuff like that. Like literally my stuff probably costs $20. Like, I'm like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to really understand who I am. And when you do, you realize that you don't have to spend an arm and a leg on clothes. You don't have to keep up with the next person and the Joneses. So I really just really push people to become one with yourself. Realize it's okay to be alone because isolation brings understanding, not fear. So love yourself, love being love to other people. And no matter how many times that you've been heartbroken, it's always somebody to come and heal your heart. I love love. But that's it.
Thank you for coming on to Learn Like Prepare. I appreciate you. You was awesome. Make sure y'all check her out.
Collection of Hearts.
Wait, anything you want to discuss that we did? Anything else out there?
We talked about the back to school drive, right?
Yeah.
At Ball Duck Park,
Yeah.
2 to
You
5.
actually put all that out there. You said where it's gonna be at, how you walk around the neighborhood with flyers, all that good stuff.
Yep, that's all I needed.
So you don't need another one.